Hey guys, Juju22 here, and right now I'm about to do the WrestleMania preview show for my WWE Universe on SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 for the Wii. Well, this is it. This is the final show for SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. I'm not going to do any more videos on that game ever again after WrestleMania, so yeah, I gotta move on to WWE 12 after the, as it is the next game in the series. But notwithstanding that, SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 is the first to have a universe mode. Without it, it would kind of be a bit of a, how do I say this? Without universe mode, I would not have any structure whatsoever. Like, universe mode gives you the ability to have structure. To make a show, like I have. And it all started with my camera phone, which I'm using now because, well, it's quick and efficient. I mean, sure, it has low quality, but you take what you can get. But when I first started making videos, or started making my first LP, it was with this camera phone. And it was with WWE, or SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 for the Wii. It just started with that, and it's gotten into something bigger, at least in my view. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but that's just my way of looking at it. But anyways, let's get on with the program. Now, the game. The universe mode, when you get to WrestleMania, you get 6 matches. I'm pretty sure you guys remember if you watched the first WrestleMania that I did. I only had 6 matches. In fact, the game, the universe mode gives you 6 matches, which for the life of me, I don't know why it's just 6. I don't know why you can't have more, but I guess I can see why. But nonetheless, we have 6 matches, and to give SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 for the Wii a proper send-off, I want to include every created wrestler that I have on the roster right now. So to do that, I'm going to divide the recording sessions into 6 days, because there are 6 major matches that are going to be like the main event of each day. Like the first major match will be the main event of day 1, or match 2 for day 2, and so on and so forth until you get to the 6th and final match, which will be the main event of the whole thing. So yeah, and plus we're going to also have minor matches that will be filmed. Now, the way I'm going to do this is I have 15 minor matches and 16 major matches. So what I'm going to do is I've predetermined how many minor matches I'm going to have and how many major matches, which is 1, obviously. So yeah, WrestleMania is going to span the course of 6 days. So it's not going to be done in one night. And it's going to take 6 days, so as long as that is, 6 days isn't really a long time. It's just, because of how many matches I'm going to put up, it's better to divide it into 6 days. So, anyways, without further ado, let's get on to the matches. Now, I'm going to start with the minor matches, so, for my good friends Digino, MG Blue, Osvaldo, 10, better known as Rapidash 0, Legend of Becca, Sonic Lover, 1997, Newfie Bonga, and Slim Kirby. If your name is not mentioned in the minor matches, then chances are you're going to be in the major matches. So yeah, major, minor. That sort of system. Alright, let's start with the minor matches. And let me just leave a footnote here. Alright, let's start. Okay, the first match is going to be the Bulldozer versus The Miz. Now, for Bulldozer, it will be his last match. You know, we were unable to sign him to a new deal, and plus he wants to go back to the construction site that he worked for. Only this time he's going to be the foreman, which is to say he will be promoted, or he will, you know, take over as the leader of the construction site. So kudos to him. Okay, next is going to be the Macho Man, Randy Savage, against the Druid. Now, of course, the opponents for my created wrestlers were selected by random. So, if you're wondering, there you go. So, yeah, the Macho Man, he's still up in the air, like whether he'll come back or not. Okay, up next is going to be for the Cruiserweight Championship. We have Bob Barker, the Cruiserweight Champion, taking on Primo. And, of course, the opponent was chosen by random, so there you go. And then we have a match between two guys that will definitely not come back. We have Sam Cooke, who will be competing in the final match of his contract, as is David Hart Smith. So, yeah, after this match, you're never going to see him again. Ever. So, there you go. Okay, up next is Bruce Lee, and he's going to face Jack Swagger. And Bruce Lee will be coming back, and yeah, it's just a straight-up match. Okay, up next is Cat Stevens. He'll come back, and he'll take on Rey Mysterio. Okay, up next is Mr. Fred Rogers. Yes, Mr. Frederick J. Rogers. He's going to be coming back as well. And he's going to take on the man known as Cody Rhodes. Of course, Cody Rhodes in real life is the Intercontinental Champion. The real life Intercontinental Champion, not the Intercontinental Championship champion that I have in my universe. So yeah, those two are going to fight. And then for the World Tag Team titles, we're going to have the Cattlemen, consisting of Terry Funk and my good friend Osvaldo. So yeah, for Osvaldo, yeah, I'm sorry, but you weren't selected, but you're going to defend your titles anyways, against the High Rollers, consisting of Kofi Kingston and Evan Bourne. So yeah, as for the Cattlemen, I understand that the Cattlemen, that Terry Funk will not be making a return to the next game. Sorry, folks. So after this, it's over for the Cattlemen. Win, lose, or draw. But if they win, then Osvaldo will have to pick a new partner, or just choose Austin, or someone else will be his partner. I don't know. Up next will be... Now, here's an interesting match. It'll be Satoshi, otherwise known to Americans as Ash Ketchum. And he's going to be taking on Dolph Ziggler. Now, these are two tremendous athletes. I mean, you have Satoshi, who's proven to be a tremendous athlete in this company, on this LP. And Dolph Ziggler in real life is a tremendous athlete in the WWE, so we're going to see which athlete comes out on top. And then, oh yeah, I keep forgetting my good friend Anthony, or as he wants to be called, Tony. So yeah, Tony Bennett, I'm sorry you weren't chosen to be in the major match, but your opponent for the night will be Tyson Kidd. Not Tyson from We Like to Pray. No, just Tyson Kidd. And no, Tyson Kidd is not the son of Jason Kidd, okay? So let's just get that through. Of course, the Bonga, or Nufi Bonga, I should say, already knew that. Anyways, oh yeah, and then we have the big one, or one of the big ones in the minor matches. The United States title. Chuck Norris is the champion. Now he was slated to face my good friend Digino for it. Now, if Digino and I don't okay, I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. Chuck Norris could potentially face Digino. He could face MG Blue or some other random opponent. That's as for his opponent. It's still up in the air. I don't know. But I almost got ahead of myself a little bit. Sorry. Okay. The ECW title. The champion is Sonic. And his opponent is my former arch nemesis, Shelton Benjamin. Of whom will not be making a return. So for Shelton, this is his last match. Win, lose, or draw. And if he wins, well, he'll be recognized as champion, but then he'll have to vacate it. And, yeah, it'll be a complicated mess when I get back with WWE 12, but you take what you can get. Okay, and then for the WWE Tag Team Championships, we have a new team comprised of Mike Knox and Nufi Banga, and they have named themselves Desert Storm because for Banga, he took the world by storm when he first debuted as an LPer. Well, Mike Knox is from the desert state of Arizona, so there you go. That's how I came up with that name. That's how they came up with that name. But unfortunately for Mike Knox, he will not be making a return, so if Desert Storm manages to retain the titles, yeah, it'll be a complicated mess as well, so, yeah, the Banga will have to find a new partner by the time we get back on, WWE 12, and they'll be taking on the Gold Diggers. I would have to say that they'll face Goldust and Ted DiBiase, both of which will be making a return. But for the Gold Diggers, since both Shelton Benjamin and MVP, who we know is not going to return, the Gold Diggers will disband. I'm pretty sure DiBiase and Goldust will stay together, but all the other members will go their separate ways, including Cody Rhodes. So unfortunately, the Gold Diggers after WrestleMania will be no more. So yeah. Okay, the $1 Million title, held by Link. His opponent will be Drew McIntyre, and again, randomly chosen. And then last but not least, last but not least, but it should be first, because there's the old saying, ladies first. Well, we do have a match for Rebecca Black, and yeah, her match is going to be first, ladies first, like I said before. And her opponent is Kelly Kelly, and of course Kelly Kelly was selected by random. So, yeah, that'll do it for the minor matches. So, hang on a second, let me flip the page over. Okay, so that's it for the minor matches. Now for the major matches. If your name is called, congratulations, my friend, you have just made the big time. But then again, everyone's going to get a match at WrestleMania, so I didn't want to be a dick like that, so yeah. Anyways, the first match is probably one of the more brutal matches. In fact, if you saw last season's WrestleMania, you would know that. In fact, last year, Edward Kill, the Killer, won this match, and it would go on to help him become a household name, at least in my universe, it did. In terms of ratings and everything like that, in my universe mode, mind you. But anyways, it'll be a Money in the Bank ladder match, and of course, the Money in the Bank guarantees the winner that they can have a match anytime, any place, anywhere, for any title. So yes. As for the participants, we have Santino Marella, which the board of directors chose him because all the other eligible, there were no other eligible selections to be made. So yeah, he was in there by default. So as for the other competitors, we have Mario and Luigi, the Mario brothers, but of course they have since been separated, so yeah, there it is really truly every man for himself. And we have Zorro, El Zorro, Zorro, and then we have Adam Sandler. In fact, Adam Sandler is going to be the one guy that all the other competitors better watch out for, because he's between the six of them, he's the only one that's been world champion before. And if you give Adam Sandler another shot at a title, he's going to take advantage of it. That's the thing about Adam Sandler. You better not give him an advantage, because he'll take it and shove it down your throat. And, of course, the sixth and final participant, and I cannot believe I'm going to say this. The final participant in that very match is MG Blue. Yes, you heard right. MG Blue is going to be in the match. And I'm very happy for him that he was selected to be in that match. And, little buddy, I have a feeling you'll be getting funky like a monkey, but let's just get going before I get carried away. Okay, the second major match, which is going to be the main event of day 2, so yeah. And it's going to be for the Unified Tag Team Championships. It's going to be me and my friend Digino defending those titles against Dark Force members Capitan Monasterio and the man formerly known as Brian Keith Thomas 10. Yes, Thomas Edward Neal, or just 10. And for those of you who know me, I have had problems with 10, and he has had problems with me. And at WrestleMania, me and him are going to settle it. Especially with Digino and Capitan Monasterio in the mix. And if Capitan Monasterio gets in my way, I will shove him down like there's no tomorrow. And I'm pretty sure Digino will give a little bit of his power to 10 as well. So it's going to be interesting, I will say that. Okay, the third major match that was made, and it's going to be the main event of day 3. It's the match that has the most backstory behind it, and it is Maria versus Gina. Gina is the women's world champion. She won it in a tournament. Now Maria was disguised as Captain Morgan. At the time, we didn't know who it was. You know, behind the eye patch and the scarf over her mouth, we didn't know it was her. And then she revealed to the world that she stole Gina's Gina's previous identity. Like, she was the identity thief, and Gina went through a stolen identity crisis late last year, and she spent the better part of a month or 2 months in game, if you want to count that, trying to find out who did it, and it was Maria. And she did it to Gina because she felt that the fans loved her more, or loved Gina more than they loved her. It was just jealousy, and but also Maria admitted that it was a ploy to get Gina to to get her to defend that title. Of course, I had to lay down the law and say, hey, if Gina beats you, you have to give her her name back and her identity back. Until then, Gina will still be Gina. And if you win, well, you win. The title, that is. But you don't get to keep her identity forever. Until Gina beats you, you can hold on to it. But when she does, you give it up. That's the law that I laid down. Being that I am the owner, of course. But anyways. And then the fourth biggest match that was made, and it's going to be the main event of day 4, the World Heavyweight Championship. And it's between the champion MVP and The Undertaker. MVP won the championship when it was vacated, and Undertaker won the right to face the champion at WrestleMania at the Elimination Chamber match at the same event. That's how that match came about. The fifth major match is between Pikachu and Edward Kill. Yes, despite the fact that Mario won the #1 contenders match to face his partner Pikachu, the board of directors were not pleased at the... Hold on. Sorry, folks, I was interrupted. But anyways, the board of directors were not happy with Pikachu, going in there and costing both Satoshi and Edward Kill the opportunity to face, to fight for the championship, and the board of directors were not pleased with that, and they had to make a tough decision as to who should face Pikachu. After deliberation, they decided to pick Edward Kill to fight Pikachu. So for Pikachu, he's going to take on his former boss, Edward Kill, who is the leader of the assassins, and of course Pikachu felt that he should have never been kicked out of that group. He loved it there, but Edward Kill felt that, in retrospect, he told me that the reason he kicked out Pikachu was because he felt that Pikachu didn't have, quote, the killer edge to finish off anybody. And Pikachu wants so badly to prove to not just Kill, but to everyone that he has the killer edge. So Pikachu is putting up his Intercontinental Championship, and if Pikachu wins, he'll retain the title, but he'll also get to rejoin the Assassins. Of course, if he loses, he doesn't get to join them, but he also loses the Intercontinental Championship, so there's something on the line for Edward Kill as well. And last, but definitely not least, the 6th match, which is going to be the main event of Day 6 and of the entire thing. It is Darth Vader, the WWE Champion, against Slim Kirby. Now, Darth Vader won the championship in a battle royal that involved 2 other titles. He finished first, which meant that he won the WWE title. Slim Kirby entered at number 30 at the Royal Rumble, and he won the whole thing, which meant that Slim Kirby got to face Darth Vader. So that's it for my WrestleMania preview show. I'm sorry if it took so long, but hey, it's a long event, so I'm willing to. I just wanted to let you guys know what matches are going to be on the card. So if you didn't feel like watching the whole thing, then I'm sorry, but I just wanted to lay it down. So anyways, this is Taju22 signing off, saying goodbye and see you at WrestleMania. Peace.